Hello everyone, this is Jason Allen, also known as J.Games, and I'm here to talk a little bit about Act 3 of Pastoral, the new GBStudio game available now for free on itch.io. In the background is some gameplay footage for you to enjoy. After releasing Act 2 of the series, I was immediately motivated to continue work on the final act of Jor's coming-of-age tale. I won't lie, it was hard sometimes to keep working on what I knew would be the final part of this story. There was a lot of pressure in creating the closing act of a story that represents the aromantic and queer community, but I realized that experiences are personal and that the best product that I could make would be the most honest and authentic. As long as I could siphon my passion for my identity inside the dialogue and gameplay, then the end would turn out all right. When designing what the gameplay of the final act would look like, I had to look back at what the other two games accomplished. In Act 1, the central game loop of farming flowers represented blossoming into the new, better version of you. In Act 2, fish and the ocean were used as metaphors for going with the flow and trusting one's intuition. For the final act, I had written a phrase down very early on in the design process that stuck with me. Just as the sun rises and sets, so does the moon. I wanted this game to represent acceptance, not only that of your own identity, but of the natural processes of the world around you. With this concept in mind, I decided to make hunting the main game mechanic in Act 3. It feels strange at first. Why would a society built around praising nature want to kill animals? But therein comes the central theme of Act 3, the natural cycle of life and death. The people of the Jdotson believe that by hunting animals, they are freeing their spirits from the horrors of this world. Death is natural, so they are not causing harm to nature by hunting. The Baton of Jolene is by far the largest map compared to the prior two games. The college campus setting allowed for me to pull a lot of personal experience into the game. It also further pushed the mix between folk and sci-fi that Pastoral as a universe represents. The intricate research labs that Dror explores in an attempt to uncover Ambrios's missing diary entries are prime examples of this. As always, the best part of creating this game was writing for it. As in prior games, transcendentalist imagery and metaphors were used to further enhance the emotional stories of characters. And, spoilers, writing the endgame plot twist was exhilarating. I felt a lot of pressure in making sure that the plot twist made sense and yet was not obvious from the onset. I think that the finale does a good job responding to the ways I felt troubled with my aromantic and gay identity, feelings of being unwelcome to society, and being a quote-unquote monster. Overall, I am very proud with how it turned out and with how I was able to end the story of Dror's search for his friends and, more importantly, his identity. This three-act series represents everything I wanted it to: authentic queer storytelling in the gaming sphere. I always strive to create the media that I wish I could have read, watched, or played growing up, and I'm overjoyed that I now have a product to prove that I can do just that. My younger self would feel seen and heard, and I feel seen and heard, and I hope that so many others do as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't yet experienced the final act of Jorah's tale or haven't yet started his journey, they are all free to play in browser on itch.io, so please go check them out.